use WordPress and get plugins. So just go to WordPress.com, get a WordPress blog, install it in your own domain, and then get particular plugins for WordPress that'll help you to get better search engine optimization and get a nicer blog overall. WordPress uses these little programs that you can find that are free for the most part called plugins, and you plug them into WordPress. They're pretty easy to upload to your WordPress account, and suddenly WordPress is working a little differently because you got a little plugin. They're pretty user friendly, and search around on WordPress plugins or best WordPress plugins and just find what you can find on Google, and you're gonna find all sorts of really cool tools for your WordPress blog. Also, bookmarking. Use sites like digg.com, or use StumbleUpon, StumbleUpon.com, Delicious, and other social bookmarking sites to get more traffic and to bookmark what's on your site as well. When people find something they like on the internet, many of them bookmark it, and they bookmark it on these social bookmarking sites so they can share it with friends. If you share your bookmarks of your stuff with friends, then not only will Google find it, because Google spiders and searches around on these social bookmarking sites constantly, so they'll find you real quick, but in addition to that, other people will just show up on your blog just out of nowhere, out of those particular sites. Length, you want to do a 300 to 600 word post each day. At least 200 or 300 words. You got to do that. If it's more than 600 and it's quality, great. If it's more than 600 and you're just filling space, that's not great. So just keep it to 300 to 600 as a rule of thumb, unless there's really amazing stuff you got to include that is particular to that post. Social media, we just talked about it. You got to link that into your blog. It's so key to do that nowadays. And then finally, what we call inbound and internal links. So inbound links are just links from other people's blogs and other people's sites to your blog. That's really important to move up in the rankings in Google. Also, you want to use good internal links. So every blog post should link to another blog post on your site, and they should use keywords, because then Google understands, oh, well, he's linking from this one post to this other post, and he's using the words coaches training, so this other post must be about coaches training, because that link, that's what it says. So hopefully that makes sense, but you got to use good linking strategies in your blog. Finally, let's cover Google AdWords. Quick keys to Google AdWords. Research your competitors. You want to figure out what your competitors are doing. Go search on the terms that you think that people are searching on, see what your competitors are doing. Now, what you want to do is take one of their ads and just rework it. Copy it, rework the words, make it a little bit better. If there's an ad that's really high in Google, like a paid placement, then chances are, if they're spending money on that, then they're making money on it as well, and you want to use a good ad. So just start with what other people are doing. Get your AdWords account. You just go to Google and go to the advertising program section and sign up at an AdWords account. I think it's like $25 to sign up. Pick the keywords. They're going to help you with the keywords. Pretty user-friendly nowadays. And then set up your campaign and start getting hits on your site just by advertising. Don't forget to watch your ad performance carefully over the first few months, especially because if you got bad performing ads, Google's going to charge you more. If you got good performing ads, Google will charge you less. So you want to get your ads performing really well, and then your advertising is cheaper and cheaper and cheaper. Pretty cool, huh? Google kind of pays you basically for good performing ads. So you got to test different ads and see what works better, see what gets better click-through rate, basically is what they call it. It's a percentage of people that see your ad that actually click on it. And the more clicks you get, the cheaper your ads are. So we're going to move on from increasing traffic to now the next key to get more customers online, which is increase conversion. Once you got a lot of people hitting your site, you got to convert them. So what does that look like? Well, number one, you got to improve your copywriting. You got to write copy well and get some books on copywriting and learn how to write good ad copy, good marketing copy. Improve your order forms. If you've got order forms or you're trying to get people to order, people always screw up the order forms, and so you want to test on your copywriting. You want to test like headlines and offers, and your order form, you want to make sure you're restating the offer and you've got a really nice looking order form that still looks extremely credible. You got to make sure you do that and have a good order form, because the problem with order forms is people do so much work just to get people to the order form, and then they're like, whoops, I screwed up the order form, or I made a crappy order form. Well, you can't do that. You can't lose them right at the very most important part. Next, stacked bonuses, stack pressure, meaning when somebody's thinking about buying something, if you give them like 10 awesome bonuses that are worth even more than the stuff that they're thinking of buying, that's a lot of positive pressure to get them to buy. Also, you want to stack pressure, meaning that make it put a little pressure on people to actually make their decision. Don't just tell them, hey, it'll be around forever, don't worry about it, you don't have to buy now. Give them a sense that they need to take you up on your offer like immediately. Then add downsells or upsells. So if somebody says, if they're on your order form, they're like, no, I don't want it, and they start to click away, then you will maybe want to create a little pop-up that says, hey, if you don't like this, maybe you want that. Maybe you want something that's, if they're not going to buy your $100 video program, maybe they'll be willing to buy your $50 ebook or something like that. Also upsells. If they bought your $100 audio program, let's say, maybe then you sell them the $300 video program, right? So you get the idea, hopefully, with this. So bonuses, don't offer crappy bonuses. Make your bonuses really high perceived value. And then in terms of downsells and upsells, make offers that people just can't refuse in your downsells and upsells, and you will increase the conversion rate. Proactive selling. This is just, good old-fashioned salesmanship. I mean, it's not dead. And the really amazing internet marketers nowadays are, well, let's put it this way. They're not really the most amazing salespeople many times. And so if you're a decent salesperson and you add that to what you're doing online, your business is really going to thrive. So don't be afraid to do a little proactive calling and following up. Also, offer more for free. Give people some really cool stuff for free right up front so they get to know you and they get real comfortable with working with you. And then also offer them smaller bites. And more for free is part of smaller bites. Now, what do I mean by smaller bites? Well, let's put it this way. If you're going to give somebody an apple to eat, you wouldn't just shove the whole apple down their throat, right? You're going to give them a bite and then another bite and another bite. So same thing with your stuff. If your stuff, your coaching and all the stuff that you offer is an apple, so to speak, you don't shove the whole thing down their throat at once. You don't have them show up at your site and then say, get coaching. It's just like, this is the thing you should do now. You want to say, hey, watch this free video. And then here, read this free ebook. And then in the ebook and the video it says, hey, you should really check this product out, and it brings them to a product page, and the product is only like $30 or it's only like $70, right? You give them something really cool that's relatively cheap. That's what we call a small bite. They got a little free thing, they took a small bite, then they got a little $70 thing, that's another small bite. Once they buy the $70 thing, then you can offer them like a $700 thing. Or maybe that's too big a bite. Maybe you offer them a $300 thing. Right? So, and it could be different stuff, audio programs, video programs, books, coaching sessions, trainings, whatever. But give them small bites and let them kind of work their way up to spending some serious dough with you. And you're going to find a lot of new customers come down the road, and you're going to increase your conversion rate.
Okay, let's take a break here. I'd like to invite you to go to coachestrainingblog.com, and once you put in your name and email address, you'll be taken to the blog where you can watch the rest of this video. And if you're interested in growing your coaching business and learning the specific plans on how I grew my business to over $30,000 a month, I know you'll want to watch the other free videos. And as you can imagine, there are a lot of other techniques we use beyond this one, and the other videos contain some of the higher level principles that will allow you to impact globally as a highly paid coach. You'll also be notified as I post new additions to our free digital video training library, along with case studies of coaches who went through our coaches training no more than a year ago and are now making $128,000 per year and beyond using our coaching quick start system. So again, simply go to coachestrainingblog.com and opt in to see the conclusion of this video. I'll talk to you again soon.
Please share this with others, or even rate this video if you liked it. Even if you didn't, please share any questions you have in the comments. I'd love to hear what you think.